Vegan, 'cause we have high morals.
And this man was certain that a parking lot was no place for a kitten to live. And just like that, the baby found its new, loving daddy.
It looks like she was just born. Aww.
Look at how overheated this poor duckling is. Poor thing. Thankfully, this man quickly realized what to do to save the bird's life. Now, this little guy can be reunited with his siblings.
Part 2 of 6.
With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
There was a person who had so much debt. He owed practically everybody something in the village. And one day he came back home and many of his creditors were sitting all over the steps, the outside staircase, and inside the house and all that. So he came to one person who sat, under the sun. Or the most outside, was under the sun. And he said very, whispering in his ear, say, "Please come back tomorrow, early, around 7 in the morning." And the next day, that person came very early, about 7 o'clock in the morning. And he sat there and waited for a long time. And he didn't, nothing moved, nothing happened. So he said, "Didn't you tell me yesterday to come early? How come you don't talk anything about it yet?" So the one who owed money said, "Oh, yesterday I saw you sat in the sun and very far away, so I told you come early so you have a better seat."
Please keep watching to find out more.
Vegan, creating heaven.
We now invite you to watch the next part of this uplifting lecture entitled The Holy Golden Mouse, Part 6 of 6, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English and Chinese on May 12, 1996, in Kangpung Spo, Cambodia.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is the beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.,
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching
and South America,
and keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse, it's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet. And it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
Is she squashing you? Tilly, you're squashing the baby. Tilly. Matilda.
Okay. I think this one you will like it very much. Another one. In some of the countries, the Buddhist monks don't eat vegetarian. You know that? Yes. And some are going into a vegetarian tradition temple, but sometimes they eat meat too. Yeah? Occasionally. Under the table. No, maybe on top of the table, but behind closed door. Things like that. If he happens to be an abbot, abbot, then it's very easy for him to eat what he likes. So one day he ate some dog meat. One of his small monks, novice, came in and smelled it. I said, "Oh, master, what is that you're eating?" So the teacher, the head monk said, "I'm eating tofu." So suddenly, at that moment, some dogs were barking outside in the temple's front yard, very loudly. And the head monk said, "Oh, what is that noise? Somebody coming there or what?" So the small monk said, No, nobody there. It was just that our temple's tofu were biting the neighbor's tofu. I'm sorry, Korean monks. You have some Korean monks in here or not? Yeah, laughter is very good for you, huh? Good for me too. And I feel relieved sometimes because this world is too serious for me. Sometimes it depresses you, huh? You just have to laugh at many things in order to survive. There was a person who had so much debt. He owed practically everybody something in the village. And every day some people come and want him to repay the debt. But he always say, I cannot, please come next time again. And one day he came back home, and many of his creditors were sitting all over the steps, outside the staircase, and inside the house and all that. So he came to one person who sat, under the sun. Or the most outside, was under the sun. And he said very, whispering in his ear, say, please come back tomorrow, early, around 7 in the morning. So that person was very happy, and went back home. And after all the creditors had nothing from him, also left. And the next day, that person came very early, about 7 o'clock in the morning. The creditor, the one who sat the most outside, he came. And he just sat there waiting, sat in the living room waiting. And the one who had that gave him water and things like that. And he sat there and waited for a long time. And he didn't, nothing moved, nothing happened. So he said to the one who owed money, he said, didn't you tell me yesterday to come early? Because I thought you wanted to repay me or something and not to let other people know. That's why you told me to come early today. Is that not so? How come you don't talk anything about it yet? So the one who owed money said, oh, yesterday I saw you sat in the sun and very far away, so I told you come early so you have a better seat. Yeah, that's all. Well, if you have to wait all day, you might just well sit in the cool shade. Very good. And another person also owed a lot of money to everybody. Yeah. And then one day, the one he owed the most money came to him and say, now come on, it's time that you give me back the money that you promised. And the person said, look, I'm so poor. Can you believe it? I have no money to give back to you. If I had, I would. So the creditor, is that right? The one who gives the money, the creditor, he said to the one who borrowed money, no, I don't believe you. I think you have a lot of money, just that you don't want to pay me, that's all. And the one who owed money said, why do you say like this? If I have money, I would. Why do you think I have money? Why do you think I have money and don't want to give to you? So the creditor, the one who lent the money, pointed to the dishes on the table and said, look here, you're eating a duck for your lunch. And you let me believe that you don't have money. How would you tell me this? So the one who owed money said, look, I have only one duck and I couldn't even afford to to keep him. That's why I eat him. That's no good for vegans, At least if you eat tofu, people believe that you don't have money. You don't have to make any excuses. Okay, there was a person who liked to flatter those in high positions, like officers, mayor, governor, things like that. One day he went to a mayor's place and immediately came in and said, wow, Your Excellency, I must congratulate you. And the mayor, although knew that this person was up to no good and good for nothing, but still was surprised and said, what is it that you're congratulating me about? So the person said, wow, yesterday I saw it with my own eyes. The whole herd of tigers live in your district. Because, you know what, you're such a virtuous person that even tigers cannot stay in your district. They had to leave to the next one. So the mayor feel very bad about it, He couldn't swallow it, but he didn't know what to say, so he just kept quiet. He knows it's a flip, it's a hoax, but he he just didn't know how bad this person can be. He just had to be speechless, He feel very funny. So he just laughed a little bit and then forgot it. And at that moment, right at that moment, some of his subordinates came in and say, "Oh, so many of our district people are stacking protest outside because tigers are eating our people. Even last night, 3 persons were killed by the tigers, and they're asking us to do something about it." And so the mayor turned to the flattered person next to him and said, "I thought you said all the tigers have left my area. How come they still kill people?" And that person was kind of very embarrassed and said, "Well, maybe the neighbor cities' mayors are also very virtuous persons, so the tigers don't know what to do. They have to return." See that? Huh? So make sure that you're a real practitioner and not listen to people who say that you are good and virtuous, and meanwhile, you're not. All these stories offer something for us, huh? It's not just a joke, I think. Don't you think so? Yes. This place is so big. There was a man who had a son who was already 20 years old. 20 years old son. But the 20-year-old son was absolutely, terribly, definitely, horribly lazy. Didn't do anything, didn't want to learn anything. Would just eat and sleep all day. And ate on the father, live on the father. One day, there was an astrologer passed by, and he looked at the appearance of both father and son. And suddenly he said, "Oh, your father will live until 80 years old, but you will live until 82 years old." Oh, now the son was wailing, crying and beating his chest, and tears rolling down and rolling on the floor and crying like you know what. And then the astrologer was very surprised and said, "I didn't know you are so filial. So you love your father so much? Or did you misunderstand?" I said, "Your father would die before you, not you, huh? So why is it you crying so much?" He said, "What do you think? My father died years before me. Who is going to make money for me in this time?" Terrible, huh? Talking about children. Okay. What time is it now? How long did we blah blah on already? 1 hour? Yes. Okay, you meditate, all right? I think I have done enough, so meditate. Next time, okay? You can meditate. Close your eyes, concentrate. Make the best of your time.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
For the planet, our own health, and especially for the sake of the animals, we have to stop eating them and stealing their eggs. We have to stop drinking their milk. Today is a good day to start. Hope Bohanik, vegan.
Tomorrow on Between Master and Disciples.
So when I came, it was August. July, August is fully alive. So I thought, oh, it's a nice place. Small but lively. Looks nice. People sit almost on the street. You see all the other restaurants. So you're free to explore around, get to know your house, neighbors.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Knowledgeable viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled The Holy Golden Mouse, Part 6 of 6 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is Global Unity, Together in Saving Lives, Part 3 of a multi-part series on Words of Wisdom, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Unsere Sendungen bieten viele Sprachen. Gehen Sie auf suprememastertv.com/schedule und suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.